I've been reselling sports cards for well over 20 years, and for most of those years, it was a labor of love. It was a way to fund my collecting habit, but about 7 years ago, I started getting serious about a question. Could this actually be my career? And 4 years ago, I left a fairly lucrative tech job and I went all in on sports cards full time. Now, we have pushed through the good days and the bad days, and we've grown into a multi-million-dollar operation with a great team that makes all of this happen. But today, I want to share with you the 5 most important secrets to turning a reselling side hustle into a real full-time business, because there is a path to financial freedom in this game. I'm convinced of that. But I'm also convinced there's a lot of ways to accomplish this. So these 5 secrets today should make you think just a little bit differently about all of this. Let's dive in. Secret number 1, create margin or you can't take swings. Look, I get it. You have to start somewhere. The early days are really tight, and I remember those days of rubbing pennies together for a collection buy, and that's totally fine. But here's the hard truth. When you're operating on a razor-thin margin, you can't take risk. And in this business, the big wins don't come from just grinding singles. They come from being positioned to swing at the right pitch or collection. Think about it like baseball, right? You need at-bats. And when that once-in-a-lifetime deal walks through the door, the estate sale, maybe it's the collection that nobody else knows about, the buy that changes your trajectory, you need the financial space to just say yes. But what most people don't realize about going full-time is the moment you flip that switch, your risk appetite shrinks. Because when a W-2 was covering your life, a risky buy meant an uncomfortable week or maybe a month. But now, the same risk could mean not making your mortgage payment if things go wrong. So you play it safe. Singles and doubles over and over again. And that's not wrong. You have to do that. But if you're not also working to create margin in your finances and breathing room in your systems, you're gonna miss the deal that could change everything. You just will. According to a US bank study, 82% of small businesses that fail cite cash flow problems as the primary cause. Reselling is no different. Cash flow is your opportunity fund. The goal isn't just to stay alive and hit singles and doubles, it's to stay ready. Because once you hit a couple of home runs and your finances are solid, the caliber of opportunities that you get access to changes completely. Which leads me directly into secret number 2. You have to level up to move up. This is one of the biggest misconceptions that I see in this space. People think the hard part is going from $100,000 to $1 million in revenue. But I'd actually argue the opposite is true. Going from 1,000 to 100,000 is significantly harder than going from 100,000 to $1 million. Why is that? Well, because the number of competitors shrinks dramatically as the deal size grows. I mean, there are thousands of resellers who can go scrape together $1,000 or $5,000 for a collection buy right now. That market is crowded. It's very competitive. And the brutal truth is, the margin is really thin because everyone is fighting for the same deal. The Pareto principle plays out hard in reselling. Roughly 20% of deals generate 80% of the profit. It's true. And those high margin deals, the competition really thins out fast. When you start moving into $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 deals, you are no longer competing with the same crowd. The sharks in the water shrink considerably. And the irony is, the infrastructure required to close and then move through those deals isn't much more complex than what you're already doing. You don't have to reinvent your operation to make those work. You just have to be ready for the bigger stage. Now, playing at this level will challenge your own appetite for risk. There is no doubt about that. You will lose a little sleep after cutting a $100,000 check. Trust me, I have. But the most life-altering transactions should push you way outside your comfort zone because the potential reward on those is game-changing. I fought in level 1 and level 2 deals for way too long. In hindsight, I would have built the systems, generated the consistent cash flow, and then forced myself into the larger deals early on in the journey. You gotta level up to move up. All right, on to secret number 3. Build for 3 years from now, not for tomorrow. This one will save you more stress than almost anything else I can tell you. When you're in the day-to-day of growing a business, it's so easy to take shortcuts. You make a decision that works today. You tell yourself, you know what, I'll fix that later. and you move on. That trap compounds in the worst possible way. I mean, every shortcut becomes scar tissue in your business. One workaround, then two, then suddenly your operation is held together with duct tape and unwinding it feels impossible. So you just keep adding more duct tape. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Famous quote by Abraham Lincoln. That is the mindset. Build things that hold up under pressure, under volume, under scale. But in order to do that, you have to force yourself to not just take the shortcut. You have to ask yourself about every system, every process, every decision. Will this work if my business doubles? What happens if I'm doing 5 times the volume in 2 years? If the answer is no, fix it now, because it's still manageable to fix it. The businesses that scale cleanly are the ones that are built to handle more before they need to. So don't just check the boxes. Build things that last and are relevant 3 years from now. Okay, number 4, don't be afraid to use AI. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't have put this on the list in 2024. Maybe not even in early 2025, but AI has moved that fast. And if you're not using it in your reselling business right now, you are actively leaving money on the table. It's really true. 2 practical examples. First, simple, titles and descriptions. This used to be a chore that you'd rush through at the end of a long listing session. AI has completely changed that. Platforms like Car Dealer Pro have helped with this for years, but now you can go 3 or 4 steps further. AI can analyze your existing titles. It can align them to eBay's search algorithm. It can rewrite descriptions to trigger buyer psychology, and it can surface the right SEO signals all in seconds. eBay has gone out of their way to publicly state that title relevance and keyword matching are among the top factors in search visibility. A well-optimized title isn't just nice to have anymore. It is the difference between your item being found or being stuck in no man's land. But good news, I built a lot of these tools directly into Resell Pulse. You can go check out resellpulse.com if you want to see all this in action, or the link is below. The second example is research. I mean, this is where AI really flexes. The old way of Googling a car, digging through forums, checking comps, hoping you have enough information to make a confident call, that could eat up 10 minutes on a single card or a few hours on a larger collection. That's done. The new way is Ask AI. Context on the set, the player, the population report, comparable sales, market trends, all in seconds. What used to be a bottleneck can now be a competitive advantage for you. A recent McKinsey report found that AI-enabled businesses are almost 3 times more likely to report significant revenue growth versus those not using AI. The reselling world is no exception. AI is not a shortcut to be lazy. It's an accelerant, an enhancer for people who are already doing the work. Side note, if you want a full AI masterclass for resellers, drop it in the comments, and if enough people ask, I'll put that video together. All right, finally, number 5. Doing the hard work is your superpower. This last one is really personal to me. Look, over the past 5 years, I have been in hundreds of homes buying collections across America. I mean, we have bought every type of collection. We've met every type of collector. We have seen what people have held on to for decades. And here's the truth. Every single one of those resellers could have gotten more money than what they got from me. All they had to do was list the cards, research the values, and done the work. They would have walked away with more money. There is no question about that. I know that. They know that. Go read the comments on any Chasing Cardboard video, and plenty of people will point that out. But here's what those commenters miss. Most people, they don't want to do the work. Not because they're lazy, because it's genuinely hard. It's time-consuming, it's complicated, and it requires expertise that most of them don't have and they don't want to build. There is a real cost to hitting the easy button, and sellers make that trade willingly every single day across the world. That's why resellers like us exist, to help them hit the easy button. Now, here's the part that I really want you to hear. As you get better at reselling, as your systems improve and your expertise grows, things start to feel easier. And that, my friends, is the ultimate trap. Because when something feels easy to you, it's tempting to think that it would be easy for someone else. It wouldn't. Your ability to do what you do efficiently, profitably, at scale, without losing your mind, is a skill that took years for you to build. Do not undersell that. Don't give it away. Don't pay more for something just because you've gotten good at your system. Side note, I don't know why this is sitting here. You have grinded it out for years to build your expertise and your systems so that you can take on deals that are overwhelming for the other 99%. Don't undersell that. The reality is the top 1% of eBay sellers account for a disproportionate share of the platform's total gross volume. The gap between them and everyone else isn't luck. It's systems, expertise, and the willingness to do what most people won't do. The people who reach the top of this business aren't necessarily smarter or more talented. They're the ones who just keep showing up when it's hard. That is your edge. You can take that to the bank. All right, so those are 5 very real secrets to building genuine financial freedom through reselling. If you take these to heart, it will transform your business. 2 things before you go. If this hits home and you want more content like this, smash the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps and it means a lot to me. Number 2, if you're ready to stop guessing and start actually knowing your numbers, check out Resell Pulse. Advanced analytics built by resellers for resellers. You got nearly 100 resellers using it now, and it's opened up a lot of eyes. Oh, and if you want a stellar community with reseller accountability, live sessions, and a group that takes all of this seriously, go check out Reseller Recharge. The links for both of those are right here. Appreciate you watching. Take care.